Today's Pacific West Mortgage Fund podcast covers a few of our recent loan transactions with my daughter Hannah, along with some noteworthy legislative updates on AB 130. We're also going to be covering broker incentives, folks. If anybody's wondering why I'm wearing the Dodgers jersey, be sure to stay tuned till the end of the podcast. We're going to be covering what we're doing now and what we will be doing in the near future. Of course, our podcast today is brought to you by the Granger Company, a full-service real estate firm specializing in leasing, sales, and management of commercial properties throughout Southern California. So, Hannah, let's start with the two or three loan transactions that you've been doing with Pacific West Mortgage Fund.
Okay. We have 3 recent loan transactions and some pictures of the property that we're going to be properties that we're
great. Okay,
going to be
well, let's
sharing
hear
with you
about
guys. The first property is in Huntington Beach. It's a 12-unit apartment complex. The loan amount was $875K. And the backstory for this borrower was he needed to, we've worked with him before.
Yep, we sure have.
And he was converting garages to ADUs, additional dwelling units.
Let me just jump in on that. Folks, ADU space is really hot right now. I know a lot of you are borrowing money to go out and buy property and add additional ADUs. One thing you may not know is a lot of the cities, including Huntington Park, are allowing you to convert garage space into livable units. So he has 12 units that needed rehab, and now he's converting an additional 3 units to singles for living space.
Mm-hmm. So we were able to close quickly with this borrower, and which helped him out in this circumstance.
Yep.
Our second property was an industrial lot in Azusa. Is that correct? Or industrial property?
That's an industrial building, 30,000 square feet.
Okay. It was $2.7 million.
Yep, $2.7 million. We closed that loan in about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
The borrower, I believe, was in a bankruptcy situation. He was really in a jam. His business had been impacted by COVID.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the bank wasn't able to provide him a loan. We were. So it worked out for both of us. The third property is an industrial truck yard, an acre and a half, $400,000 in Wilmington. And the borrower used money to perform a government contract and used his property as collateral on the loan.
That's right. And I want to point out, Hannah, thank you for bringing this one up. We do a Pacific West Pacific West does a lot of commercial industrial land infill sites. So if you have somebody that has vacant land, in this particular case, this property doesn't have any building on it. It's just a truck yard. A lot of you brokers out there may not know where to go with this type of requirement. Please give us a call. We're players for that. So Thanks for bringing that one up, Hannah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so a quick note on some legislation. This is particularly important if you're dealing with second trust deeds. I know a lot of you are originating second trust deeds. This legislation, AB 130, which was just signed into law by Governor Newsom, addresses certain second position liens. This is particularly important if you're buying seconds that you did not originate or have not serviced. In order to perfect a foreclosure on second trust deeds, which is what this legislation is, in effect addresses, the lender or servicer must file what's called a certificate of compliance, confirming there's been no violation of the statute, and must disclose any violations that have occurred. The certificate must be sent to the borrower by certified mail. The key thing about this certificate, and Hannah, you know that a lot of times there's a lot of things going on sort of behind the scenes with these servicing agreements. But in this certificate, it is, I guess it's a felony under perjury that you have to attest that there have been no mistakes made on the servicing. And, some of you...
That's pretty vague.
It is vague, and it's very onerous to someone who has perhaps purchased a second trust deed and doesn't know if the servicer has been doing things correctly. This is particularly a case where, for example, you've bought a second trust deed that's been written off by a bank. Mm-hmm. And I'm getting into the weeds just a little bit here, but if you buy a note that has been written off by a bank, boy, you better be very, very careful about what you're doing with this new legislation, because they can set aside the foreclosure and basically create a unsecured lien. So be careful on this one, folks. It's new legislation that's just been put out. I'm starting to get the feeling that maybe the government is thinking that we're headed for another big real estate downturn when I see this legislation. So I'm always a little jumpy when I see these things.
So now, Dad, you're going to walk us through some of our broker incentives.
Yeah, thanks, Hannah. And I imagine our audience is wondering why I'm wearing a Dodger jersey and you're wearing a Dodger jersey.
Yep.
I don't think either one of us have been recruited by the Dodgers, sadly. I could probably use $700 million a year, but I guess I'm not going to make the cut.
Not good enough yet this year.
Not good enough yet. So we're going to be talking about broker incentives right now. I wanted to tell you we have just an exciting program for June, July, and August. Mm-hmm. If you bring us a transaction that closes, of course, June's gone. July, we still have a couple of weeks. In August, if you bring us a transaction that closes during that period of time, we will give you 4 Dodger tickets.
Mm-hmm. And?
Parking.
And?
Access to the stadium club. And Hannah, you had an experience with the parking. This parking is like right next to the stadium.
Yeah.
You
couldn't bring my person. It was too big, and I had to walk back to the car.
5-minute walk to the car.
Super easy.
Super
luckily.
Convenient.
Yeah.
And
the stadium club's great as well.
Yep. And Hannah visited the stadium club and hung out with all the big shots and celebrities at Dodger Stadium. Mm-hmm. That's for another story, sadly.
Yeah.
But we had really a great incentive. These are super good tickets, super good seats, right near between home plate and third plate.
Yeah. Well, do you want me to discuss some of the brokers who've already gotten
You know what, Hannah? Let's do that. We had 3 winners.
Yeah.
Let's talk to them, talk about them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So shoot.
Okay. So there's Zach Nissom of True Bridge Loans. He went with his friends to the stadium.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Sent us a picture.
Yep. They said they had a great time.
Great. And then our second broker was Darren Whitney of Greenview Lending, and he went with his daughter and his wife, his family, which is great.
Yep.
And
smiling faces in those pictures, guys. They were living it up at the Dodger Stadium.
Yeah. And the third final winner is Matt Carsey of Lend Me Inc. Yeah.
Yeah, and Matt has a big crew over there. There must be 6 Carseys. But they're bringing us loans, and we sent them all to the Dodgers with I think it was he and his wife and another couple. They had a great time.
Yeah, congratulations to them, and hopefully keep those loans coming.
Keep those loans coming. We got tons of money, guys. We need to put it out there. So we want to incentivize you to bring us loans, to be the first call. Obviously we can't do everything, but we certainly would like to hear about the loans before you call anyone else. So we want to be first in line, and we're there to incentivize you. Mm-hmm. We have some new programs coming up.
To be announced?
To be announced. Okay. Well, we're going to have some new programs coming out in the fall, September, November, December. I think we have, just as a little teaser here, I think we have a trip to Disneyland.
Mm-hmm.
Is that
Lined
right?
Up. Yep.
Disneyland. And I think we may have a grand prize win this year of the driving out at the Porsche track, as we're thinking about that one too. So
still figuring these out.
We're still working on the fall. So be sure to stay tuned and put us on your radar. If you want to sign up for the broker incentive program, go to our website. We have tab there. You just fill out the forms and get enrolled with our broker program. Hannah, do you want to just touch on, we also have a cash program just for introductions. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. So if you introduce us to a new broker contact, we will send you a $100 gift card or cash as a thank you. And if that broker closes a loan with us in the next 12 months, you will also receive a $1,000 bonus. Is that also a gift card or cash? Cash?
Exactly. Either way,
Okay.
gift card or cash. We'll also send you to a lovely dinner with you and your significant other if you'd like. So just to recap on that, guys, if we are paying for friends. We're like the kid on the school ground that doesn't have any friends, and we're going to pay you to introduce us to your friends. We want to meet your colleagues and co-brokers out there. We'll pay you if they do a deal in the next 12 months, close a loan with us in the next 12 months. We'll give you $1,000 whether you...
Great deal.
That's a killer deal. I got to get in a different business. Okay. So reach out for full program details on this. But bottom line, we really want to meet you. We want to get submissions. We have a lot of money to put out to work. And we want to do some business with you.
Great.
So thanks for watching today, everyone. Our episode, and be sure to head over to our website, sign up for the broker incentive programs.
And for more updates on that.
Also, we have some new podcasts coming out that cover the environmental assessment reports. We're doing that with Steve Corderero. Steve, we've worked with Steve for 35 years. It's a very important topic. We've also been covering some new rulings by the Second Court of Appeals that I also would like you to keep an eye out for. But stay tuned. We're doing some exciting stuff here at PAC West, and we'd like you to be involved in it. So Thank you very much.
Thank you.